National Police Commissioner Masemola summoned in Medicare24 case as bail set for co-accused. Airport syndicate tracked victims before deadly Yeovil shootout. And South Africa beat New Zealand in the final T20 in Christchurch. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent.
National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola has been summoned to appear in court over the Medicare24 tender fraud. He's been summoned and is expected there on the 21st of April. The NPA says he could face similar charges to the 16 accused already before court, linked to corruption in the 360 million rand contract awarded to Vusimuzi Katmatlala. 15 of the accused, including 12 senior police officers, have been granted bail. The state is opposing bail for Matlala.
The summons were served today, this morning to him. And like I said, even in the morning before we came to this court, we cannot divulge the content of or the charges at the moment until they are presented to him here. Obviously, wherever he is, he knows because it has been served on him. But it's not up to us to be saying it in the public space.
Police say suspects in the Yeovil shooting were following travellers from OR Tambo International Airport. 5 men in 2 vehicles trailed victims into Johannesburg before police intercepted them. The suspects opened fire. Officers returned fire, killing 4. 1 suspect was injured. Police believe the group is part of a syndicate targeting airport travellers.
3 firearms and pistols have been recovered.
The ANC has labelled AfriForum unpatriotic after it called on the United States to sanction Secretary General Fikile Mbalula. AfriForum released a Mbalula dossier and urged the US to use its Magnitsky Act to target him individually.
This dossier will also be used to tell the US and other countries that want to take punitive measures against the country, do not act against the country. If you want to act against people like Mr. Mbalula. And in the US, they have the Magnitsky Act, which allows for individual sanctions.
The ANC says the move undermines South Africa's sovereignty.
It's called for the United States to impose punitive measures against a South African who is a leader of the democratically elected governing party is not only reckless, but an affront and direct attack on our sovereignty.
And AfriForum says it'll continue efforts to prosecute Mbalula over a sponsored Dubai trip. In 2016, he travelled to the UAE on a trip worth about 680,000 rand with a service provider linked to South African Sports Confederation and Olympic Committee, covering part of the cost. AfriForum has submitted a dossier to the NPA.
We wrote to them indicating that there's a deliberate misunderstanding of the definition of corruption, that there was a deliberate failure to ensure that there's a completed investigation.
The Buerta Sikau building in Mthatha in the Eastern Cape has been almost entirely destroyed by fire. The historic site, which houses 9 government departments, has been burning since last night.
There's nothing left of this building, so all 10 floors. So in terms of the extent of the damage inside, there's nothing that is left, according to what we see.
As investigations continue, residents are reflecting on what the building meant. For the Dooley family, it's deeply personal. Their father, Lieutenant Colonel Craig Dooley, was held there after a failed coup in 1990, before he was killed.
It took me 10 full years to recover.
It was a symbol of growth and development. So we are saddened by that.
The cause of the fire is still unknown. Action SA leader Herman Mashaba has called for the mass deportation of undocumented foreign nationals. The party joined hundreds of demonstrators marching through Durban, calling for the arrest of people in the country illegally.
These illegal, undocumented foreigners come into our country. They go into our communities, bring in drugs, bring in counterfeits, expired goods, rape our children because they come here without their wives.
MK Party MP Mandlen Khosi Matutu and municipal official Tembelani Nkeba have been arrested for allegedly defrauding a municipality of more than 1.6 million rand. The Hawks say Matutu secured a 2019 tender to install water pipes in Ugi, but the process was manipulated using fake invoices and delivery confirmations. Both were granted 5,000 rand bail and returned to court on the 5th of May.
Funds were apparently channeled through various accounts, including transfer to ZimZ Trading Pty Ltd, an entity solely directed by the principal accused, as well as to his personal account. Meticulous investigation by the host confirmed the allegations and exposed that the municipality suffered a financial loss of over 1.6 million.
The DA is making a radical proposal to cushion the blow of the imminent fuel price increase. From next month, petrol is set to rise by around 5 Rand a litre, with diesel jumping by as much as 9 Rand. Now, that's expected to push fuel prices to record highs and hit transport and food costs. The party wants fuel levies cut by 50% to soften the impact.
Combined, these two levies contribute 6.35 Rand or 6 Rand and 35 cents to the overall price of fuel, and consequently a 50% reduction would dampen increases by 3 Rand 17.
In sport, the Proteas men pulled off a proper comeback. They beat New Zealand by 33 runs in the final T20 in Christchurch to seal the series 3-2. Connor Esterhuizen was the star, smashing 75 off just 33 balls. South Africa posted 187 for 4. Coetzee, Mulder and Bartman all picked up 2 wickets as New Zealand fell short on 154 for 8. But it was a very different story for the Proteas women. They took a heavy 92-run loss in the final match, with New Zealand wrapping up the series 4-1. Amelia Kerr was unstoppable, scoring 105 off 55 balls to push the hosts to 194. South Africa never really got going in the chase, finishing on 102 for 9. Thanks for watching.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.